Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
Hello, and welcome to today's show. My name is Robert Newhart, and I'm your host today, and I have with us a very special guest. I have Dr. Gary S. Berger, the Medical Director of Medical Day Spa of Chapel Hill and Clinical Professor at UNC School of Medicine. And what he does is he helps people that would like to enhance their appearance and feeling of well-being. He also does this by listening carefully to what the patient's problems are and help them achieve their goal. And for many people, this means having smoother, brighter skin and looking younger and feeling more relaxed. So welcome to the show, Dr. Berger.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great, thanks. So let's just jump right in here. If you would, describe to me what your perfect patient might be. I mean, who do you help at the Medical Day Spa of Chapel Hill?
Well, I think we really help most anybody who has a serious interest in improving their appearance and the health of their skin. And we do this by developing an ongoing plan for them that they can follow both at home and supplementing it with appropriate treatments in the spa that basically make their skin healthier and younger in appearance.
Okay, great. So, and thinking about that, so someone comes in and they see you and you meet them, you go through a plan, tell me a little bit about how you help them. I mean, what are maybe 2 or 3 problems that they might have when they come in, even maybe a misconception about the services they might be looking for, but how do you help them solve those problems specifically?
Well, your last question, how do I help them solve the problems? First, of course, I talk to them. I meet them in consultation and listen very carefully to what they have to tell me because they're best able to really define what it is exactly that they want to accomplish. But I also, evaluate their skin both by physical examination. In addition, we use a camera called a reveal camera that can take a look at the deeper level of the skin that we can't see on the surface. So this gives us a good idea, how to help advise people, what the best solutions are for them.
Okay, now you mentioned that reveal camera, so it's looking underneath the skin at a deeper level. What are some of the things that you might be able to see there that can help you and your patient choose a course of action?
Well, it clearly shows up pigmentation, so we can see what the extent of melanin pigment is in the kind of subsurface of the skin. And if there are any heavy concentrations in particular areas, it shows the amount of blood vessel formation, which is sometimes a sign of inflammation. And it also shows other abnormalities, even picking up pre-malignant lesions that can be treated. So it's a very helpful adjunctive tool to use in evaluating the skin. We don't charge patients anything to do this. We just make it, part of their comprehensive evaluation.
That is great that you offer that service. What would you say is some of the other services that you offer that people come to see you for that are most popular that you seem to get the best results with?
Well, we offer a wide variety of services from kind of simple facials, chemical peels, microdermabrasion, these kind of sort of common types of skin treatments. Laser skin tightening is frequently, requested, or laser hair removal. And then with the laser treatments, we have what's called a fractional laser. That actually is the most effective of all treatments for a variety of skin disorders because it can resurface the skin with newer, younger skin, and it can also penetrate to the deep level of the skin where collagen is produced. And when it stimulates collagen production, that tightens skin and gives it more substance. So that helps erase wrinkles and lines in the skin. It also can help remove sun damage, as well as large pores, small scars, and things like that.
Well, that sounds like a great tool. I mean, it sounds like everybody should be running in for that when they got these skin problems. Is it painful? I mean, is there a long recovery process after that? How long should someone expect to see results after doing a procedure with that laser?
With the fractional laser, they should probably expect to see their face will look red like they've got a sunburn, and they'll have a little dot-like pattern on it for several days afterwards. We use a topical anesthetic before the treatment, so it's mildly uncomfortable, kind of like getting a sunburn, I would say. But there's really no restriction other than taking really good care of the skin and putting on sun lotion when they're outdoors so they're not going to get it burned.
Okay.
Otherwise, they can go back to their usual activities pretty much as early as they want to.
Wow. That sounds like, it sounds like they're going to get the results that they're looking for. What would you say? Because when I think about, medical day spa, it's not a day spa like some people know, and it's not a full-blown medical facility. But when they're thinking about coming to a med spa, what would you say are one or two popular misconceptions about the services you provide or the results that it produces?
Well, sometimes, here's one type of misconception, I think. They'll come in requesting a specific procedure like microdermabrasion, which they can go ahead and schedule. Anybody can schedule it whenever they want. But then if they may not be doing anything else to benefit their skin, and so they're really not getting the maximum benefit even from the microdermabrasion treatment. So we try to help educate people, about what really constitutes good skin care and promote skin health when they are requesting services like this, so that they'll get the most effective, at least we can advise them, what we think the most effective treatment would be for them. It may not actually be microdermabrasion. It may be something else.
So that's pretty cool, though. It's because you're also helping educate them on things they can do themselves outside of the treatments to keep their skin looking the best ongoing.
Yeah, this is very important. I would say maybe that's even another misconception about med spas. And that is that, well, you go in and they do a treatment and that's going to fix everything and that's all you have to do. But really, when you think about it, that doesn't make too much sense. If you do that, you can get tremendous benefit from a single treatment, such as the laser. However, if you want to get the maximum benefit, you really want to take care of your skin at home on a daily basis, just like you do. Most people will shower, they'll brush their teeth, but they don't really think about replacing exactly the nutrients that the skin, needs, and doing other things at home that really maintain its optimal health. These things kind of work in synergy. So that I guess that's, one misconception I try to explain to people why really learning about good skincare and adhering to it is equally important as, anything they do when they come into the spa. The other thing about, you mentioned the difference between day spas and medical spas. We offer these medical services that we've been talking about in a spa environment. It's very relaxing, a very pleasant place to be in. We have massage therapy and nail care so that if somebody wants to come in, as they might in a regular day spa, they can just come in and have a relaxing experience. But they also have the option that they can, take advantage of the more effective medical treatments as well.
Yeah, I did my homework too before we got together today. And I noticed on your website that someone can actually order lunch and have lunch while they're there at the spa. Is that a popular thing?
I think it's not it's not an everyday thing, but there are a number of people who do it, and usually they'll do that if they are planning to come in and spend maybe half a day having a variety of spa services, kind of as a relaxing half day off.
Sure, or it'd be nice, too, if they were sneaking in on their lunch hour or something to get a massage or a pedicure manicure.
Can certainly do that. Also, we see this when people come in as groups or parties, which, we can arrange to have a spa party for a number of people and kind of block the spa off, for part of the day or the day for them. And typically they'll want to have, food brought in. And of course, again, keeping in the spa side, not the medical side exactly, is that, we offer a variety of beverages at all times, including wine and champagne, as well as non-alcoholic beverages, juice, water, a variety of other drinks. So we do try to really blend the relaxation and a sense that this is a place where when you come in there, You know that there's no cell phones on, there are no beepers, there's nice music playing, and all of the staff, everybody who interacts with the visitors really makes them feel as special as they are. And we do have this reputation, which I think is well earned, and that is for it being a 5-star spa, according to all of the reviews that have been left by visitors on Google.
Well, it certainly sounds like, someone's going to get a 5-star experience and a first-class experience when they come visit the Medical Day Spa of Chapel Hill. I had some misconceptions and things I didn't know because I just assumed that everything is equal. There's some big group out there making sure that everybody does the same thing, but I found out that's not true. Could you share with our listeners 1 or 2 things that they should look out for maybe when visiting a med spa that they might be taking for granted?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, obviously, that it's hard for people actually to evaluate directly. But I think they can get a sense of the, organization of the place from their interactions with every single person they interact with there. It should be, a 5-star experience. Mm-hmm. That's what they should look for. Just the general organization, cleanliness, is a sign, I think, of a better organization. If the place looks like it's not really meticulous, they might have second thoughts about what goes on behind the scenes. For example, we offer nail care. We have a master pedicurist who since we're a medical spa, and in keeping with my background as the medical director of an ambulatory surgical center for approximately 25 years, we take the cleanliness extremely seriously so that surfaces are wiped down, appropriate disinfecting solutions. Any instruments are run through an autoclave in order to be sterilized, as opposed to allowing instruments, let's say for nail care, to sit in a soaking solution. And that's not a satisfactory, situation in terms of safety. So what we do really is emphasize, probably the highest priority is the safety concern. And, anybody who wants to talk about it, I'm always welcome to walk them through the spa, show them how we do things, including our protocols and policies and procedures. And I think these are things that patients or visitors at other spas could ask about, if they have concerns and want to find out, more about the spa.
Yeah, so I noticed on your website that when bringing up the pedicures, that when you do the pedicures, you guys actually do them in this basin, like a big bowl, versus doing them in one of those fancy massage chairs with the recirculating water. Is there a reason that you do it that way?
Yeah, there's a very simple and clear reason, and that is that circulating water you can't disinfect, the surfaces that the water's going through. This has been well documented many times, and why the typical spas that you find on most corners have these types of chairs is really unclear to me. Anybody who has a pedicure in that system will be sharing water and bacteria, fungi, and possibly viruses in the water, with anybody else who'd been in that same chair with circulating water that day, or possibly longer. So they're basically unsafe. And this is when people get either fungal toenail infections that can be pretty serious. They can lose their toenail. Other types of infections, staphylococcal infections, can be even more serious than that. So to me, it doesn't make any sense. That's a safety issue. Safety should be the number one priority. So that's how we do it. It's not a requirement. There probably aren't many places, in this area or maybe in the state of North Carolina that do this, because it's not a requirement, but it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think, I didn't know about any of that until you told me about it, and it just makes complete sense to me. And so, that just kind of adds on to the credibility about those 5 stars and the level of service that you deliver at the Medical Day Spa of Chapel Hill. Starting to wrap up here, what would you say is one of the main reasons that people would come to see Medical Day Spa of Chapel Hill?
Well, I would say many of the new visitors who come in are doing so based on, just a search of a reputation. I would guess that maybe be the number one reason.
Yeah, there's people go to different places for a lot of reasons. And obviously, I think you hit on it. People come to see you because of your reputation that you have here in the Triangle in North Carolina. And that makes a big difference because so many people are depending on reviews and reputation before they visit services. And so you guys certainly have built that up, and it sounds like you've earned every bit of it. If someone wanted to learn more about the Medical Day Spa of Chapel Hill and what they do, how can they go about doing that? Where can they find you?
They can find us online at chapelhilldayspa.com.
That's the best place to find you, right?
Well, that's probably the easiest place if they want to do it online. Of course, they can always call us directly at 919-904-7111. We always like talking to people who call with questions. So please do give us a call if you do have any questions after this.
Absolutely. That sounds great. And again, if you're in the Raleigh-Durham, Chapel Hill area and you're looking for a great medical spa, place to relax, definitely visit their website and give them a call. Again, thanks, Dr. Berger, for being on the show today.
Thank you, Robert.
All right. Thank you. And this is Robert Newhart Jr., the host today of Business Innovators Radio. And we look forward to speaking with you again soon.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.